welcome everyone to the Golden Codes Embedded. I'm excited to be here with you. And I welcome you from the whole heart. This past weeks has been intense. The activations are kind of being really intense and preparing a lot for this day today. And I want to remind you all to have a space where you can, if you need to, lay down or move if that happens. Making sure that you are comfortable and you have something to drink nearby. And if you need to, even letting your lights to dim a bit if that is possible. So my name is Karoliina and Karoliina Helen, and I am from Nagataika, or Nagataika is where I work. And just a short introduction of what is this Golden Codes and what are we doing here today is that for 1.5 years ago I went through an initiation where I got this really intense initiation to a feminine and a masculine part. And already then I got the message of that this is something that is not just for me to sit on, but this is something that I need to bring forward. And they said, they were really clear on that it's going to be soon. But as I wanted to stay small and I felt really insecure and afraid of who am I to bring this to the world? Who am I to share this with anyone? Because I don't know nothing. I know nothing. But as the time went and I went through another initiation, the kind of a bigger entity came through and asked well, ain't you done with this procrastinating? Bring those things forward, because this is yours to do. Bring it forward. And I felt myself contracting, and I almost panicked because it felt a little bit too intense and too much. And this is something that has almost been burning me out, because I have been working so hard against to be here today. And while we sit here today, I feel excited and delighted and so juicy. So I thank you for trusting me to holding this space for you. So what we will be doing right from the beginning is that we will be doing an invocation. So we set our space and we take ourselves into a space from which part we start to then travel deeper into the initiation and activation. Some of you may have been gone through different kind of initiations before, and some maybe this kind of work is new. But what I want to say is that you are totally whole. You are held in a safe space, in a safe container, and it's totally okay to receive. So let yourself to receive in any way necessary for you. If it means that you need to laugh, move, cry, moan, breathe, whatever comes through, let yourself to express that initiation and that energy fully, because that is what is demanded today. This is embodiment of the Golden Codes, the embodiment of the divine God Codes, activation. And these codes we hold in our cauldron, in our pelvic, in our sex, in our spine. So if you're not able to embody that and really move that into your body, it kind of It still is there, it always was. But if we want to activate that, dare to move through this initiation as your body wants to move. Listen. Don't be afraid. So let's bring ourselves into a position where you can sit firmly, comfortable, and feeling that you can trust yourself enough to close your eyes. So if someone is new for journeying with drum, it can be kind of massive experience. So just being aware of that it can evoke a whole lot of things. But dare to be there, breathe in whatever you experience and dare to travel through all these layers of the experience. So letting yourself to close your eyes, taking a couple of deep breaths as I pick up my ally, my dear sister drum, 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 that has been singing the whole day, waiting for you to join. So taking deep inhalations and signing out. Finding the balance between your sitting bones. Or if you lay down, make sure that you can feel both of the sides of your body equally, leaving the imprint into the ground. Taking deep inhalations and signing out. Finding yourself in your body, finding yourself in the weight of your body, in the bones, in the flesh, in the blood, in the skin, even in the tiniest hairs on your body, being fully present. Taking deep inhalations, signing out. down to the Mother Earth. And we thank for the support and the medicine that she brings. Taking deep inhalations and signing out. Kukukuna ete. Kukuna ea kehta. Welcoming you into the space. Te kukuna e kehta ese. Letting yourself to find a comfortable position, holding your eyes closed. We ask you, Divine Father and Mother, to sit with us as we step into this holiest of spaces. We call upon the highest of the high and the ascended masters, most in devotion to the humanity now. I clear myself of myself, and I ask to be a clear vessel for the light to flow through me. I call upon my own spirit helpers and allies to step forward, to surround me and us in this circle, and to support each and one of us in our initiation of the divine golden codes. Help us to activate and remember what already is ours. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Taking a couple of deep breaths, coming into the sensation of your body. If that means to move your body, letting ourselves to move, or maybe let your hands to touch your body. Remembering to breathe, to move, to touch, to sound, however your body needs to be moved or touched. And dare to let go of the thinking mind. And allow yourself to journey freely and as deep as you can go. Letting yourself to really lean in towards your center, into your higher self. And trust the support, the guardians that surrounds you in this holiest of holiest spaces within you. So before we go deeper, what is asked from us is to go deeper into clearing some space. So coming more deeply into the breath, so inhaling through the nose and signing out through the mouth. Letting that sound to come really from deepest corners of your womb center. From your stomach, from your hara. And already here, letting yourself to lean in and to feel if that sound of the primordial woman that wants to come true as any kind of sound activation, letting that sound to come true, to let it into the freedom, into the air, into the ether, to flow, to activate the energy around you, within all of us. And if you need to yawn, let yourself to yawn as deeply as you feel for. And really feeling your jaw to drop, to soften, so you can let go of that pelvic floor, releasing any tension around your sex, around your perineum, in the floor of your pelvis. Letting the tongue, the jaws to be soft. Letting the sound come out. What desires come true. Urte, este, tahke, Letting that breath work through all the layers of you. Breathing, moving, sounding. Maybe even needing to, for a moment, to just contract the pelvis floor, to be able to relax and to really let yourself to release into the earth. Like breathing through your yoni, through your sex, through your perineum, through the roots of yourself. And if feeling tension, letting yourself to yawn. Siitä aata aina And just for a moment, letting go of the breath, letting go of all movement, and just letting yourself to drop in to the position there you are. And just listening for the subtle flows, energy that runs through all that is you in this very moment. Listening to the connection to the core of the Gaia. Feeling that energy floating through those roots, through every cell of your feet, your legs, those hips, the seat, your sex, your stomach, your womb, the back, the heart, the shoulders, arms, all the way to the fingernails. Rising through the throat, through the neck. Rising over your face. Activating every single hair. All the way to the top of the hair. And feeling that expansion of the inhalation happening in every molecule of your body. While exhaling, keeping that expansion, keeping that activation. Keep on breathing. Finding yourself under the bare night sky, under the dark moon. Feeling the wind softly and gently moving against your skin. Like a touch of a lover. And seeing that starry sky opening above you. The magic. The limitlessness. That longing. Yearning. You notice yourself standing on an open space surrounded by stone giants, these mountains. that you can see it just as a dark coast towards the horizon, limiting the starlight. And in the middle of this open space, you can see a lake. You take your clothes off. You start to walk towards the water. And as you come to the water, you can see that the water is totally still, and it's a pure reflection of the starry sky. Seeing the Milky Way opening up above you, but also in the surface of the water. The water is calling you. And you step into the clear, brisky water. And you go deeper and deeper. Until you disappear under the surface of the water. And as you disappear underneath the water, you realize that you are in the space among the stars. You start to walk across the Milky Way. And this way is very familiar. You've been here before. So you can't help by being moved by the sensation of being home. As there opens up a space in front of you, and a temple of stars grows up from the darkness of the void. And you walk in to the temple. And as you come into a huge room in the middle of the temple, you gather into the middle and notice anyone else being in that room. In the middle of the room is flames of rainbows. Like a plasmic fire. And you are called to step through those flames and give as a gift all the doubts and all the fears that you may carry. These flames do not burn, they are gentle and loving. Like the water. And as you step out of the fire, you see a spark that flies away from the fire, and it starts to lead you deeper into the temple. You follow that sparkle. It leads you to a different room, a hall of many of those rooms and halls. And you step in. Looking around you and noticing how that room looks like. You see from one corner of the room a snake starting to make its way more near you, but it stops its way. right before it reaches you. It rises up, stretches itself up, looking you right into the eyes. And as you look into the eyes of that snake, you see how that snake forms into a man. Notice how that man looks like, what form and manifestation he takes. You feel yourself supported and held in that space of not knowing. And from another corner you can see another snake coming in. And right before it reaches you, it stops. It arises and stretches itself to its longest, fullest length, gazing you right into the depths of your eyes. And as you look back at the snake, you see how that snake forms itself to a woman. Notice how that woman looks like. What is her manifestation? And you feel yourself loved and held by that feminine in the room. They come more near you. And they touch your body, your naked body. Almost like cleaning your skin, your whole being, by sweeping emotions from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. And as they have reached your feet, they stay kneeled. As they join their hands towards the root of you. Holding that space. And you can see how and feel how they start to almost like paint the root of you. Forms and codes. Of different kind. Let yourself to breathe and let yourself to receive. Breathing deeply into the experience of receiving those codes. And they keep their way painting upwards and upwards in your womb, in your hara, in the spine of you. Keep on breathing. Seeing them painting along your spine, all around your spine with liquid gold, almost like burning into your spine. Breathing, letting yourself to embody those codes as you receive. Breathing, sounding, receiving by touch. Letting those sounds to arise from your womb center, from the root, in that divine feminine sound. However you wish for to express yourself, let it come out. Let that activate you even more deeply through the process of getting painted. Erta er istek aita esta kesta oita istek. And as they have painted through the whole length of your spine, from the tip of the tailbone all the way to the crown of your head, they interlace their fingers in the root of your being and cups their hands above the crown of your head. And feeling that touch, the activating, pulsating, and noticing if the color of the gold starts to seep itself from the spine, from the sex, from the pelvis towards all the places of your being. Your hands, the soles of your feet. Kena esteke Shaita koi. And seeing yourself dancing together with the holders of the divine feminine and masculine codes, being held, being supported, being guided, being moved, all together. As a trinity of creation, activation, orgasmic dance between all you three. Oh, I may ask them for a gift. You may ask them for a gift in form of maybe wings, cape, torch, whatever they want to give you. noticing what is the gift. Asking for a code that holds your soul being, the whole blueprint of you. And let them paint that with that liquid gold over your womb heart. As to remember, help them to help you to remember to the sensation in your body, in your being, through the codes of that release, of that sweet nectar of receiving. Remembering your sound, your language, the root of yourself, your medicine that activates for each breath you take, feeling that vibrating through all cells of your body. Nagesteko etala ena suukia ahtia. Siikea amoite erke nag nag esti ine esta eka. Suuke nag ehti ooteka. Urstek na You lay down into the floor of that room. And they sweep you heavy, cozy blanket around you, soft and warm of all the receiving. Saying thank you to these holders of the divine codes. And you realize that as you open your eyes, you are not anymore in that room, but floating in that lake, surrounded by the stone giants of the mountains. The homes of great spirits. You float in that water, bathing in the starlight, glowing like gold. Like whole your being has been dusted with gold and dust. Magical and beautiful, radiant. Remembering the codes, trusting that you remember every time you tap into the feel of your body, in the feel of your spine, your womb, your golden, your pelvis, your sex, the root of yourself. You start to make your way up from the water. Maybe taking a sip of that water, the deep, clear waters that contains all the information. Just to carry that holy space within you, to embed that knowledge, that wisdom of the earth, of the stars. You sit down into the grass, the middle of the mountains, taking a couple of deep breaths. Coming into your body, but still remembering. So let your movements to be soft and slow. Letting your hands to meet and rub them really hard into each other. Rub, 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 rub. Feeling those hands really activating, tingling. And as you feel your hands really activated, starting to pull your hands a little bit from each other and really feeling that expansion and that activation of the energy as you let your hands to glide far apart, playing with that energy in your hands, really feeling how the energy moves, how it expands, and how you can make it to contract. Just letting yourself to play with that energy for a while. And taking a couple of deep breaths, letting yourself to take your journal and your pen whenever you feel ready to peel your eyes softly open. And let yourself to journal down any of the codes, the meeting, any of the remembering, doodle, keywords, or maybe you just need the space of breathing, touching, moving. Whatever you need, give that to yourself in this moment of now. Beautiful beings. Take just a moment to again close your eyes. There is a short transmission coming through still. A moment of healing and support. So finding a comfortable position and closing your eyes and taking a deep inhalation, signing or yawning out. Te queda si ke ta ke na te ste tatare si na ke te na ta ke na ai te ke ste ka si ta ka ta ust este ta sa si ta oi ki sta Urnasta eta istaka oetana. Shisa eka oete seakata. Tarasekeata tarara. Sekekena eta ta 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 ta. Sha eta koeka stake. Ke te keata oikistake. Soi kikena tarasta keki iena ta 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 ta. Soi iena kea oinestaka. Uristake etaka oena ara eta teste te. Si na ena etara sta. Taking a deep inhalation, signing out, and dropping back into your roots. And as you take a couple of breaths, just breathing through those roots from the Mother Earth back into your womb, back into your womb heart. Feeling that gratitude of the support, that medicine, as we let the roots, to let go of the root, of the heart of the Mother Earth, letting those roots to start to linger back up, but knowing that we always are welcome to plug in. Feeling that gratitude, that love. As through closed eyes we lift our gaze up and we thank the stars and the star beings. All those light beings that have supported our way here to this initiation and activation. All the spirit guides that have supported us and guided us. That brought their medicine, activation, receiving. Now we turn our gaze into the West and thanking the West medicine of the spirits, the winds, and releasing them back home. And releasing the winds and the spirits and the medicine of the South. As well as we release the winds and the spirits to the east. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we release the winds and the spirits back to the north. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thanking yourself for this moment that you have taken you to be here for your sake, for the remembering, bringing back what is yours. Maybe lifting even a soft smile on your face and really holding yourself in that gratitude and love. Sweet being. Remember to be tender with yourself today. You may be feeling a whole lot of things in the physical body, maybe emotionally, just remembering things and just letting yourself to be loving kindness through all these waves of being. And taking care of you. Nourish you, love you like no one loved you before.